skill in instruments unless it's actually doing work on it. So if you're not hitting anything with it, it's not raising. But I also determined that it does a huge amount of damage. I mean, it was doing almost 7% damage to those wisp. So, I mean, if I took it into Blackburrow and pulled a bunch of gnolls up to me and played this song, I would wipe up a lot of gnolls out. So let's give it a try. Last time I struggled to pull a bunch of guardsmen, but I've also gained a level, so there's that too. I'm going to pull a gnoll from down below, and I'm going to sit down while it runs up, and then we're going to see how much, or see how effective this song is compared to the level 2 version. Oh, there's a person in here. Valen. I didn't get a chance to consider him. But there's been a lot of people in here. See, I wanted to tag this guy and let him run upstairs. And while he ran up along this entire route, he would gather up gnolls with him and then bring them all up, and they would all come through here. However, there's another player in here, and I don't want to do that when there's another player in here. It would create a train. So even on P99 red with only less than 50 people on right now, I've already run into 3 players in the newbie zones in Kinos. Oh, Valen. Valen says, hey man, love your YouTube series. Inspired me to start up on red. He's the guy I just saw in... He's the guy I just saw in Blackburrow. Okay, so we're going to go to... Let's try this on Bandits. Bandits are a little more tricky because they can... You know what? I've done it before on these gnolls, so it's a good way to try. There he is, Valen. He's a green guy. So I guess I won't try it here. Let's just head out, put on my drums, and I'll try it on Bandits. I'm gonna go work my way over to the North Desert of Roe, and we're gonna try to get that Dragoon Dirk. That would be an upgraded weapon, and for dual wielding, it's going to allow me to have 2 magical weapons. He says, keep up the good work, spreading good word of self-found red. Haha. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of these self-found players on red. I'm not going to say I'm taking credit for that. Maybe people have kind of watched my videos to see that, you know, it's not all that bad, I guess. But I'm bringing a lot of people who are more about self-found, and they're accepting the risks of PvP, but maybe not coming here for PvP. So, someone named Duru in my comments brought up playing on red, and I think there's another player who is more focused on P99 red player versus player than I am. I can't remember their name. Something Brightleaf. I saw a few of their videos in my recommended videos, and they more highlight player versus player, which is not something I want to do. It's not that I don't. I used to like player versus player stuff, but I've become so less competitive over the years. It really gets up my adrenaline. It gets up my... It's just so intense. And it's not it's not, I don't like feeling that way. I don't want to feel like my blood pressure up and my heart racing. I just don't want the thrill of player versus player stuff. That's just not me. It's not my personality. Even though when I was a younger EQ player, I might have enjoyed it. It's just I always felt like this is a game where it was more based on like your equipment than your skill. And so and all classes are so different. And I don't know, I've never player versus player on this game. I know many people have. But the game that I did do PvP on was a game called Ultima Online. And it was a game without classes. You had skill sets, and you only had a finite amount of skills that you can apply to your character. So you had to construct a very viable player versus player build, and it allowed just slight variations in the builds to make huge impacts if you were able to use your skills skillfully, use your abilities skillfully. So my brother had a character, but here's what got me completely out of player versus player. I mean, this is what ruined it for me for good. Is whenever high-speed internet came out. If you didn't have high-speed internet, you were done. And then there was players on dial-up versus players on high-speed, and you had to have high-speed internet to compete. And I didn't at the time. So I was like, well, I already can't beat 25% of these players on high-speed DSL internet. And then what really did it for me was the fact that the game I was on, people had third-party programs that would automatically run scripts, and the scripts would give them such a huge edge. So now if you wanted to play versus player, not only did you have to practice playing the game, but you also had to learn how to use these third-party programs, learn how to make the scripts, and it just became too much. I realized, you know what, I'm not having fun dying to players who are using third-party programs that I'm not, or have better internet than me, and it just, I was like, this is ruining my chill, my chill vibes. I'm getting more stressed out playing video games than I am going out and interacting in the real world. So why am I doing this? So it really put me off, and I've never looked back. I played a game that Sony Online had called Infantry back in the day, and it was like these little infantry dudes, and you'd fight and shoot, and you'd have teams, and you'd try to build bases, and you'd try to capture the flag and do different things like that. And that's the kind of game where you were on equal footing for player versus player. Didn't matter how good your connection was. The only advantage you'd have is if your connection was absolutely terrible, and people would call it lag armor. Your latency was so bad. Okay, these guys are high enough level to give me some experience. So let's just go in here. I'm not going to try to kite them. I'm just going to test out the dot strength. It's going up a little bit in skill. So let's see, one wince. He took him 8% down. So if I was kiting these guys, I mean, you see how fast you can take a group down. It's incredible. I mean, I could just stand toe to toe with two of them, and my dot spell is taking them down quicker than they're damaging me. So this actually is doing faster DPS than using my two weapons, if you believe it. This is doing damage far quicker than I could with my weapons. So this this song, Denon's Disruptive Discord, is a huge upgrade from my level 2 version that used stringed instruments. Very good. This is really good, actually. Should be working on. Okay, so I got level 22 on my skill. Should be working on my hand-to-hand as well. Look how good that was. Should see if that's a brass instrument. Nope, I mean a brass weapon. Oh, look. Give me the sash. Okay. So what was that guy's name again? Valen. Yeah, Valen. And then I saw a player named Tyranny playing, and Tyranny is a person I met on Green server when I was at the Slaver Minotaur camp. I hope they're having a good time on Red server. I think Red server would really be great if you had like a player that you knew in person, like a friend that you met in real life, so you can, and it would play at the same time that you played, like a kid, a sibling, a spouse, and you can duo in this server would be really good. Just don't get upset when you get attacked, I guess, because it can happen. And mentally prepare yourself if you do get killed versus in a player versus player scenario. There's people who play here, and I guess some people enjoy the added a bit of danger that comes with playing on a red server. I haven't been attacked yet, but most of the times I've ran into people who are in my level range, I've been higher level than them, so I would have had an advantage over them. But I mean, what I want to, take their coins off them, it just didn't really mean much to me. I'm just here trying to make YouTube videos, and I have fun. I have a lot of fun uploading videos. I have a lot of fun making them. I mean, recording the videos has added a lot of enjoyment to playing this game, because I'm not just playing. Sometimes I'll actually just play without recording, though I don't feel like making a video. And there's times where I feel like making a video and I log into EverQuest and I'm having a great time. But you know what? I'm also filling up this video. I'm making it too long, and I'm not actually at point B. So I'll meet you when I get to North Desert of Row. I just wanted to show off. I'm in the North Karanas, and then there's this guy. He looks like a ghoul messenger. Just looks like a ghoul. His name is Val the Vile. And I come to this zone a lot, and I don't see him very often. The time of the day is 12 p.m. in game, so it's noon. Just want to say, I spotted him. There he is. So the best way to get to North Row, I think we're just going to go through here, and I'm going to attempt once again to get the Shraylock pack. So we'll go through Kithcore Forest once again, and I'll try to see if I can find a Rekfek Shraylock. See you there. So I stopped here in East Karanas because these chasm crawlers consider blue to me, and they're raising my skills up, and I thought, every bit of defense I can have before I run through that zone, high pass hold, is going to help survival. So dodge is going up, dual wield offense. I haven't got defense to go up. Not yet. And then another thing that's good is that now my Briscoe's Boastful Bellow now does 10 damage. So while my melee doesn't seem to be getting that much better, my songs are getting a lot better. And they're becoming much more powerful and integral to my defeating enemies than my melee is, slowly. So I'm healing up because I got poisoned, but I'm going to check out the experience gain on the next one of these chasm crawlers that I defeat. Alright, there's a chasm crawler just in front of me. They both consider blue. I'll just fight this one here. So this is the range you have to see. It says the range is 100 on the wiki, but there's no way this range is 100. That's not that far away. It's more like 50 or 60 range. I think the website's wrong. So we can see I'm at 15% experience for the level. And we'll see how much we get. I'm really hoping my defense will go. So what happens with this song is it keeps pushing the enemy back, and then it says that they're too far away, I have to get closer. So if you're using this Brusco's song in your combat, it's going to keep knocking them back slightly. It's kind of annoying. Alright, offense is going up, but no defense yet. There, I got poisoned. Which is fine. The poison's really weak. And defense still didn't go up any. That's okay. I'm gonna keep fighting a couple more of these. So we gained about 2%. 2% experience off of that. It was pretty easy. You can't complain at 2%. I'll get a couple more of these and I'll be back. I'm gonna go start my food. Well, I'm continuing on here. Got a bad storm going on outside. Pretty bad. But I was in Blackburrow earlier, and I got the spiked collar off an elite null guardsman. So there is a good upgrade. It gives you 3 strength, 3 AC. So the only other upgrade I can get in this place would be the rusty spiked shoulder pads. And you can only get that off the null commander or the refugee split paw. So there's been people in here almost every time I came in. It's kind of crazy. There's people in here. That's loud. Let's turn the volume down. So there is somebody down here. I'm going to check in the commander room. They're still giving decent experience. Only the elite nulls and the commanders. They can give around 3 to 4% experience for the blue commanders. So let's take a look and see who's down here. Somebody has been fighting these nulls, and they cleared these nulls out. And these nulls have been cleared. Oh. Well, I'll give them that spot. If they can take the commander, then go for it. But that's the commander room right ahead. They're green to me, so I don't think they can handle the commander yet. Oh, what are they doing? They might be gating out. Looks like they gated out. Yes. Well, I'll take this. This is what I came for, but I was hoping it would be the commander. Hear that thunder outside. Pretty bad storm right now. Check this out. I'm gonna. Oh, now I got the whole bunch out of them on me. Do this one. Boom. Do this one. Keep missing notes. Look how strong this one is. I wish this would stay on. Hide corpse space looted. You know, it'd be nice if that would stay active, like every time you log back in, but it doesn't. All right, let's see if that player came back. It doesn't appear so. So let's go kill some more can't talk. Let's go kill. So I gained 3% experience off of that. Or at least it rounded up to 3%. I'll show you what I like to do. I'm going to do it again. I've done it several times. I'm going to go up top side. And I'm still working on raising my brass instrument. You can see it's 25 now. Still, I'm the only player here, which is good for me. Okay, so I'm gonna get him. And I gotta immediately cast this one and sit down. There we go. He's gonna bring up all of his friends. There's one of them, two of them, three of them. Plus the original, there's 4 coming. I only do this when I'm the only one in the zone. There's more, 2 more. Let's go ahead and get this on. There's 2 more coming. Well, I want to keep sitting, but I want to grab a couple more. There's another one. As long as you're sitting, they'll all come. Every time it runs past one of the gnolls, they'll aggro you as long as you're sitting. So this is just the lazy way to bring a big train towards you. Here they come. I cast a spell, grab a couple more. Grab this one as well. Here they all come. We'll grab this one. And I'm going to grab a couple more. Right here, hopefully, there we go. There's two more, but it's not worth grabbing the other ones. That's enough, right? You don't want to be too greedy. So I found out even if it doesn't say they wince, it'll keep damaging them. See, they're dying even when the song's not going. I don't know if that's a glitch or what, but you don't have to get the message that they're winced. Because see how it's dying? The song's not up and they're dying. So that might be a component of getting the kiting to work. Getting interrupted a lot here. There we go. Down to 38%. The damage I take will slow down a lot though as more of them die. Wow, big thunder's about to strike. All right, let's go ahead and put our weapon on. Keep the song going if I can. They're nearly dead. Gosh, I cannot get the song off. Down to 12% life. There we go. While I'm looting, let's get the hymn going. Let's see what we got. There's a fang. I'm not going to loot the items because I'll get overweight. There's another fang. Another fang. And two of them actually gave me experience. That's crazy. I could have looted that armor. That's not that heavy. We'll loot the armor pieces. There's another piece, or another fang. Another fang. I mean, the coins is pretty good, right? All right, is that it? Nope, more. That was pretty fun. So, yeah. I'm not going to bother try to get the big commander room because there's a couple in there. I'm just going to go ahead and run back to town. We got 14 fangs on me. 43% of the experience at this level. I'm going to run back to town and do some things. But now that I got this better song, I might try to start doing some kiting. So if you're really wanting to see some kiting, look forward to me giving that a try soon. And my brass instruments, well, what are we at? 25? It didn't even go up 1 point. That's bad. Okay. It's a putrid skelly. Not a fan of those. Look at the size of a giant bat compared to a regular large bat. Pretty big size difference. What do you guys think? I mean, I could go to the Wisp Island, Erud's Crossing, and I could use some of my songs to go after some of those. I would just have to take the boat to Erud's Crossing. There's a couple songs I need to get from Erud, so it might be worth it to go. It might be worth it. In fact, I'm going to do that. I'm going to make a trip to Erud's Crossing, and I'm going to get a bunch of lightstones if possible. And then we'll take those on our trip out to the Karanas. And then from there, I'm not sure where we'll go. I want to work on getting a Shraylock pack from Kithcore Forest. I want to work on getting a Dragoon Dirk. And I want to work on getting a shield from High Pass Keep. Actually, it's High Pass Hold. And then I want to work on getting a polished granite tomahawk from the named knoll in High Pass Hold. So I think I'm almost strong enough to do that. I think I need to gain about 1 or 2 more levels to be able to manage that because my gear is not amazing yet. But that's kind of on my agenda. So I'm just going to run back to town and turn in these Knoll Fangs. It's going to put me probably about 55% or closer to 60% the way through this level. And then I have to do an orientation early in the morning. So unfortunately I can't play too late tonight. So it's now 11 o'clock. I need to get to bed in about 10 minutes. So thanks for watching, guys. See you soon. Have a great weekend. Well, this will upload who knows when. It's going to upload on the 30th. So it'll be coming up on 4th of July pretty soon. Hope you guys have some good plans for 4th of July. Good night.